Welcome, one and all, to The Late Show. I am your host, Stephen Colbert. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is election night in America, or as they call it in the rest of the world, guys, come look, they're about to do something stupid. Since it's an off year, it's only election night in part of America. Here in New York City, we're electing a new mayor. We taped the show early, so we still don't know who will be chosen to fill current mayor Eric Adams' shoes and intergalactic chef tunic. The candidates are former Governor Andrew Cuomo, seen here showing everyone where he touched everyone. State Assemblyman and English teacher saying, you know, Shakespeare was kind of the first rapper. Zohran Mamdani, and conservative activist and guy waiting for the beret store to open, Curtis Sliwa. Over the weekend, the candidates made their last appeals to voters at events all over New York City. On Saturday, Mamdani campaigned at multiple clubs and bars where he was spotted dancing and singing along to Empire State of Mind. He was at the club. We haven't seen a New York mayor do that since every moment of Eric Adams' life. On Sunday, Mamdani went to see the Knicks from up in the rafters just a month after Cuomo sat courtside. Not to be outdone, Curtis Sliwa sat under the Triborough Bridge to referee a pickup boxing match between two police horses. Yesterday, Andrew Cuomo showed off his bold choice of a new campaign vehicle. It's a 1996 white Ford Bronco, which many have pointed out looks just like O.J. Simpson's getaway car. And Cuomo tried to address the controversy in a video and did not.
People saying, oh, that's the O.J. Bronco. Actually, it's not the O.J. Bronco. And if you look closer, you will see the black and gold stripe on the side. That clearly distinguishes it from the O.J. Bronco.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. Totally different. If you look at the blood on my wall, you'll notice I spelled Helter Skelter correctly. Cuomo has been polling behind in the race, but yesterday he picked up a big endorsement when Donald Trump posted, whether you personally like Andrew Cuomo or not, you really have no choice. Which, incidentally, was Andrew Cuomo's go-to pickup line. Cuomo was asked... Cuomo was asked about Trump's support on a New York radio show yesterday, and things got weird.
Your boy was just on 60 Minutes, Cuomo, saying that you're his guy.
No.
Trump said you're his candidate. If he had to pick a bad Democrat or, what did he say? Or a communist. Or a communist, he's picking you.
Hello?
I think that they cut him off. I think he had to rap.
I wonder, where'd he go? Do we have footage of where the governor went?
We continue to watch this Ford Bronco going north on the 405.
There you go. There he is. With AC. With AC. Trump isn't Cuomo's only questionable endorsement. He also got support from Elon Musk, Eric Adams, George Santos, and Stephen Miller. Everyone New Yorkers love. Cuomo has also been endorsed by Subway Seat Puddle, your neighbor with the trumpet, and angry man in the park who wants you to know that you'll burn in hell and or do you have a boyfriend. But Trump did have a strong opinion about the Republican nominee. Curtis Sliwa looks much better without the beret. Okay, let's fact check that. Here's Curtis Sliwa with his beret, and this is Sliwa without. Oh no. Oh no, looks like the chicken is cooking unevenly. They definitely tented that with tinfoil too soon. Kids, Kids, Sliwa's head is a cautionary tale about what happens when your beret is too small. But he couldn't pass up the endorsement deal from Tight Little Berets. They're Spanx for your skull. New Yorkers, that is both the most jokes and the last jokes. New Yorkers have been out on the streets in support of their favorite candidates. Over the weekend, one Mamdani supporter tweeted this photo with the caption, "Canvassing for Zohran Mamdani in the East Village today, and the actor who plays Dr. Sturgis on Young Sheldon is in my canvassing group." Now, naturally, folks online got mad at the person who posted the tweet for failing to recognize Wallace Shawn from his other work. Yes, obviously, Young Sheldon isn't what Wallace Shawn is most known for. He's most known for portraying persnickety debate teacher Mr. Hall in the movie Clueless. To know him... To know him from any other role would be...
Inconceivable!
There you go. There we go. There it is. It's not just New York City. There are also other places in America. And there are gubernatorial elections in New Jersey and Virginia where gardens are for lovers. The results aren't in as of this taping. Nothing, right? Nothing yet. Okay, but Democrats are favored to win both states. California... Somebody knock on wood, please. California has got a redistricting measure on the ballot called Prop 50, and Nancy Pelosi went on CNN to support it, but instead made news when she said this about Donald Trump.
He's just a vile creature, the worst thing on the face of the earth, but anyway.
Okay. Wow. I'm not disagreeing, but that's a weird way to end that thought. He is evil incarnate. Merely to gaze upon him is to stare into the mouth of madness and be consumed by infernal darkness, where there'll be weeping and gnashing of teeth for eternity. Anywho-ski. The reporter couldn't quite believe what he heard.
You think he's the worst thing on the face of the earth?
I do, yeah, I do.
I don't think that's entirely fair. I think he's the second worst thing, in between eating half your sandwich before realizing it's moldy and that fish in the Amazon that swims up your pee hole. I guess what I'm saying is pee hole fish 2028. You know, that's a real thing. That's a real thing. Watch out. You gotta watch out. You know who agrees with Nancy Pelosi? Most Americans, because according to a new CNN poll, Trump's approval rating has fallen to a second-term low of 37%, down from 47% in mid-February. But Trump, of course, has his own numbers. He posted, "So many fake polls are being shown by the radical left media. In the fair polls, I have the best numbers I have ever had." Oh, come on, man. You know what they say, denial is not just a river where that fish swims up your pee hole. Okay? It's not the Nile. It's the Amazon. The Amazon. He continued, "Fake news will never change. They are evil and corrupt, but as I look around my beautiful surroundings, I say to myself, oh, look, I'm sitting in the Oval Office." Nothing to worry about, folks. Just the man with the launch codes discovering where he's sitting in real time. Where am I now? Oh, look, I'm eating a cheeseburger. But what are these? Wrappers for 4 more burgers? Did I eat 5 cheeseburgers? And why am I behind the counter at McDonald's? And why is the fry guy tied up? Oh, God. Oh, God, it happened again. Now, speaking of people who do not like Donald Trump, I passionately disagreed and distrusted his leadership during the Bush administration, but I take no pleasure in the news that former Vice President Dick Cheney died last night at the age of 84. They have not announced anything about services yet, but they are asking well-wishers, in lieu of flowers, please shoot a friend in the face. Hi. We had some fun just now with the idea of you shooting a friend in the face as a way of commemorating the life of Dick Cheney. That's because in 2006, and you can look this up, he famously shot his friend in the face accidentally when they were quail hunting. The man subsequently apologized to Cheney for getting his face in the way of the pellets. I think it's clear that that was a joke I just made, but our legal team at CBS, and this is true, reached out and asked if I could clarify that no one should shoot their friend or anyone in the face. I was kidding, but I was obviously kidding, but I do want to say sincerely to our friends over at Legal, thank you for your guidance. And also, I want to say to Legal that from now on, instead of giving me one of these notes, just shoot me in the face. And I want to point out that that was also a joke, so no need for another note from Legal. We got a great show for you tonight. My guests are First Lady Michelle Obama and the great Robert Plant. That's the show. Stick around.